everybody, I'm Ronnie X, and you're watching the 390 Punk Rock YouTube channel. Here with my my co-host, Ricky Hard. How you doing, Ricky?
I'm doing great. Drank a little too much, but other than that, we're fine.
Okay. And who do we have with us tonight?
We got the Whining Pussys, an awesome band from Orange County. We got Kyle, Steve, Clark, and Daryl.
Very good. Listen, I remember it was probably a year ago. You came from Jersey, right?
Yes.
You and your brother moved here, and I was getting these emails from you guys wanting to play, and we just for whatever reason we couldn't make it happen. But I noticed about you guys that you guys are, I mean, in my opinion, one of the most hardest working bands here in the underground movement. How much do you guys play every week?
We play as much as we can. I would say we average, once or twice a week. That's our goal.
I mean, what is your main influence in punk? I mean, how would you describe your style of music?
When I'm writing music, I don't really try to fit into a style. I mean, I guess it comes out the punk rock feel to it, but it's melodic, it's angry, and there's a lot of guitars. Honest, it's a good one. Sometimes my honesty comes across as being funny too.
Yeah, you definitely don't. All your songs are not punk rock. You have a wide range from rock and roll to punk rock to definitely a different sound. You have your own sound, unique sound. How do you, as far as the songwriting goes, is it one songwriter in the band, or you all contribute? How's it all work?
We just got these two guys in the band. So me and my brother moved out here about a year ago. So there's native Californians in the band from Huntington Beach. So the first group of songs were just written by me, and I demoed them out on GarageBand. And my brother said that he thought the songs that we should make a new band and play these songs. At the time we were playing in a surf rock band. So we tried to get gigs under the name The Whining Pussys with this demo CD I had, and nobody would book us. Couldn't get any shows in New Jersey with that name. So we always loved California. We were at a point in our lives where we wanted to try something new. So picked up, quit our jobs, moved out here, found these guys, and started playing live. And it seems like the Whining Pussys is a California band, California name, because we're doing a lot better out here than we did in New Jersey. And the new group of songs that we're working on, obviously we have the full band, and these guys are putting their 2 cents in to all our new music.
So you found that out here you can play under the Whining Pussys. You don't have a problem booking with that name. How did you come up with that name? Was it just shock value, or was it something that's dear and passionate to you?
A little bit of both. When the first group of songs were written, I didn't have a name for the band, and somebody called me a whining pussy because I was venting about a hockey game that I lost. He said, "Hey, Steve, you're a whining pussy," and I said, "That's a great name for a band." So these new songs were sitting there, and we put the name on it, and some people love it, and some places won't book us because of it.
So I just called you Clark, and then you just called yourself Steve. So
should I explain that too?
What the hell is going on?
Segue into. So my stage name is Clark McSteven. It's my name reversed. I'm Steve Clark.
What's your name?
Clark McSteven, kind of like Clark Kent, my alter persona. Yeah.
I know you guys come from Jersey, and it's different from here, from Southern California. But how do you think punk differs, today than say it did, maybe when you were growing up in the 80s and 90s?
This is the perfect question for our punk rock master, Mr. Steve Gonzalez. He's been around in the punk rock scene in SoCal since the 70s. Take this one, Steve.
We spoke about that briefly, and the first thing that came to mind was just the appearance that I took watching Sex Pistols on 11 o'clock news one night. It was the first time I saw anything, heard about punk rock, and them playing. You can hear some of the music, but the audience was just beating the shit out of each other, and it just fucking grabbed me.
That's an important point, because I think back in the day, I think a lot of punkers don't realize this, but if they dressed the way Kyle did, they get his ass kicked.
Oh yeah,
Today,
2-3 times a day.
it's like it's taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed is I spent some time with Ed Culver, and you might know the name. Took a couple of famous photographs and everything. I noticed that when I was sitting with him, he was scrolling through like thousands of these fucking pictures that he had taken back in the day when punk rock was being born. And I noticed one thing, that the image was something that came later. That was something that was totally separate from the actual music and the original movement of it. It was all T-shirts, jeans, like Chucks, maybe work boots, leather jackets. That was it. It wasn't mohawks and fucking all the other shit. That came out of the UK, That's one thing that I noticed about the genre of punk rock, is that it constantly is something, it's in the stage of evolvement, I hear this term thrown around a lot lately called cultural appropriation. Fucking dyed hair. You see these girls out there and guys and everything dyeing their hair blue and everything else. And back in the in the first wave of punk, it was about the yuppies and shit, and they were all conservative, and people started doing stuff to reject that corporate image and what was socially acceptable at the time. Now you see people doing it, and it's socially acceptable. But that's cultural appropriation of punk rock. That's something that they ended up starting.
And you don't mind that, right?
I don't mind it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great because, I'm taking pictures and shit with old ladies, 80-year-old ladies, and they're like, oh my God. But I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I think what do they say? The best form of flattery is imitation, right? And when somebody imitates you, it's like hey, right on.
So I see you've got a shirt down there, Los Pocos Locos. So we're gonna go back to your roots here, because I'm a huge surf rock fan. So talking before we started the show, you said you guys were in a surf rock band for like 10 years, and back in New Jersey. Okay.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, brah. Yeah, we were Los Pocos Locos. We had quite a good run with shows with Music Fest. We opened up for Dick Dale, Los Straight Jackets. Dick Dale he was a real Dale.
Yeah. You mean a real dick?
There you go.
Okay, all right. You've got a new video coming out. I think I saw the initial release of this new video. What song is it? Where can the viewers watch this video?
We just released our second music video for our song Wasted. It's actually a cover of the Black Flag song, and we kind of put it into our own style. I'm not going to say what kind of style it is, so you guys have to check it out. You may like it, you may not. But it can be found on YouTube and our Reverb Nation page, which is reverbnation.com/The Whining Pussys.
So when I watched the video, Dale, were you acting or were you really wasted? Because
Sorry, Mom.
if you were acting, you did a
I
great
was so
job.
sober.
Yeah.
No, we had security around and EMS. No, I was hammered.
That's the
I
professional
worked
way
very
to
hard for the night before to get in that state. It was just for I never drink. This is water.
Yeah,
And
Mom,
Method
Dad, he
actor.
doesn't normally do that.
yeah, got to get into it. So. It was a lot of training to get in that mode. A lot of training, a lot of hard work. Yeah. Like Carl said, I did
Took
it.
one for the team. So where can we find you guys? On the social media, and then tell us where you're playing next.
Just do a Google search, and most of our stuff will come up. It's The Whining Pussys, but Pussies is spelled Pussys, not plural, just because it looks better. Yeah, it's like we can't spell.
All right, guys, listen, we got to say goodnight because, Kane wants to go home. He's got to hit traffic, But listen, thank you guys so much. We'll be seeing you around.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be playing with you. Great show, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wah, 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 I'm a pussy and I whine. Wah, 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 I'm a pussy and I whine. Wah, 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 I do it all the time. Wah, 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 it's whining pussy time. I'm a pussy, you're a pussy, let's all fucking whine. I wanna go